What is up, everybody? It's your boy Gibble God, aka the Henny God, aka the real name is Randy. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Hope you're having a fantastic year so far. I just want to let y'all know welcome to the Giblet Empire. Let's get it. Now, today's video, we will be talking about the 2019 Wildcard Weekend playoffs. I'm going to be telling y'all my predictions. I'm going to be telling y'all a little of their stats. I'm going to be telling y'all a little bit of this and that. Later on this week or next week, I'm going to be doing my next videos. I'm going to be interviewing two local rappers, one by the name of Dorian Drayton. If you don't know him, his song link will be in the description below. The next one will be Luke. His song link will be in the description below. I'll be vibing to both of their stuff in my car. It's really lit. Let's get it. Later in the week, I will be doing a mukbang. You don't know what a mukbang is? It's where I'm going to get a lot of food, and I'm going to be just talking to y'all, interacting with y'all, this and that. And at 100 subscribers, I will be giving away one pair of V2s, Yeezys, your size. I'm going to do a random drawing. Yeah, and if this video gets at least 10 likes, that's all I want, 10 likes, I will be doing the Buffalo Wild Wing Spicy Blazing Challenge for y'all. Now, let's get into the video. First game of the weekend, the Houston Texans at the Colts. I'm from Houston, not a Texans fan whatsoever, but I do like Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is a very, very, very good quarterback. Lamar Miller, he's a decent running back. Hopkins, probably the best receiver in the league right now. Right now, I think he might be the best. You know, he had no drops. That's crazy. It's crazy to me that he had zero drops. The defense is pretty solid. J.J. Watt, Ja'Tavion Clowney, and Tyrann Mathieu, very decent players, probably above average players. They're pretty decent. And for the Texans, Deshaun Watson had 4,165 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He rushed for 551 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid. That's pretty solid stat line. 4,000 yards might be the most throwing yards in the playoffs this weekend. But the one thing that scares me for the Texans is probably he's been sacked 62 times. 62 times. That's crazy. They need to get that O-line up because, man, the Colts defense has been playing very solid these last few weeks, man. These Colts defense has been playing really good, man. I mean, that could be their biggest downfall is him getting sacked. Their leading rusher was Lamar Miller. He rushed for 973 yards and 5 touchdowns. I mean, that's a good year for a running back, I think, especially him. A lot of people probably were like, man, he sucks. You know, we need a new running back. Let's get Le'Veon Bell. But 973 yards is a lot of yards. That means he's putting in work to get y'all places. You know what I mean? The leading receiver will be DeAndre Hopkins at 115 catches, 1,572 yards, and 11 touchdowns. That might be the best stat line for a receiver this weekend. I mean, that's pretty decent. I think there's one receiver slash tight end that has more touchdowns than him, but DeAndre Hopkins is a dog. He's a beast, and he is a dog. I promise you that. No one can guard him. The defensive stat that really stood out to me was J.J. Watt at 16 sacks. That's pretty good. You know, I'm a big J.J. Watt fan. I love J.J. Watt. I'm a Saints fan, but I have a J.J. Watt jersey. 16 sacks is pretty decent. I think that might be the most of the weekend also. 16 sacks is really good. And the Texan team is just really solid. You know, I think they're a solid team. The only downfall is their O-line. I think that's pretty much it for me. Their O-line is just could lose them the game. That's all I'm gonna say there. They could lose them the game. Now on to the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. You know, I'm a Saints fan. When we won our first Super Bowl, it was against the Colts and Peyton Manning. I was excited. I was running around. I even have a Saints jersey from the Super Bowl. Great game. But Andrew Luck came in after Peyton Manning left. Did pretty decent in his first year. Then got hurt. And a lot of people are like, man, Andrew Luck's a bust. Andrew Luck is he's gonna come back. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing. But Andrew Luck has been playing amazing football, and he just looks so calm. The man looks so calm at what he's doing. Like he gets hit and he gets up like nothing happened. It's crazy. I think it is crazy. T.Y. Hilton, another receiver, I think is very good, probably top 10 in the league this year. Eric Ebron, no one thought Eric Ebron was gonna do what he did this season. No one did. I don't think, after what he did in Detroit and he comes over. I mean, I guess it's just he's playing with a better quarterback and the better quarterback's making him a better tight end. I think he did very good. Jack Doyle was out, so he stood, he took it and ran with it. He took that spot and ran with it, and I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I wouldn't be surprised if Eric Ebron was a starting tight end next year over Jack Doyle, and maybe even Jack Doyle getting traded. Their defense very solid. Darius Leonard, very very good. It shocked me when he didn't make the Pro Bowl. I was like, how is this guy not in the Pro Bowl? Like how? How? Tell me how. I mean, their O line is pretty solid too. I mean, they have a great O line, great O line, great O line. Marlon Mack has, picked it up. The stat line for the Colts: Andrew Luck, 4,000 yards, 4,593 yards, 39 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. The 15 interceptions kind of gets me. That might be the most interceptions by a quarterback, on the stat line this weekend. But I don't think he's gonna throw many, interceptions this weekend at all. I don't think so, unless their Texans defense steps up. Rushing, Marlon Mack had 908 yards, 9 touchdowns. Again, 908 yards is pretty solid to me. You know, they have other running backs in their backfield that they could have used, but Marlon Mack's, he got this. He picked it up and did pretty good. Receiving, T.Y. Hilton, 76 catches, 1,270 yards, 6 touchdowns. That wasn't the most touchdowns on the team. Eric Ebron had 13 touchdowns. 13 touchdowns. Huge target for Andrew Luck. And then red zone, that's just crazy. And for tackles, Darius Leonard, 163 tackles combined, 111 solos, 7 sacks, and 2 interceptions. That's pretty decent. I really don't know how he didn't make the Pro Bowl. That just shocks me. That's crazy. That's a very he didn't make the Pro Bowl, and I'm like, wow, wow. And my prediction for the game, a lot of people might come at me for it. I think the Colts are going to win the game. The score, I'm gonna say 28-17. Colts. I think Andrew Luck's gonna throw over 300 yards. I think Marlon Mack's probably gonna have over a 100-yard game. T.Y. Hilton, I think he's gonna have probably 10 catches, 78 yards. Eric Ebron, 2 touchdowns. Darius Leonard probably gonna leading tackles. I just think the O line for the Texans is really what's gonna kill them. And I could be wrong. If you have a different prediction, comment below. But yeah, Colts over Texans, 28-17. On to the next game. Next game on the Saturday night. Oh no, my bad. I did have one more thing. On away games, the Colts are 4-4. 4-4. They're 50%. 4-4 on away games. They're 10-6. And the Texans, I believe, at home, they're 6-2. 6-2 for the Texans. 6-2 at home. But I still think the Colts are going to come out with that one. Now on to the next game. Cowboys versus Seahawks. The last time they played in the playoffs, Tony Romo fumbled the field goal, didn't score, lost in the game. It's redemption for the Cowboys, I think, and it's this game's going to mean a lot for a lot of people, especially Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, I think, needs to win. If he wants that big contract, he needs to win. He needs to play his ass off. I just think that this is a game that Dak Prescott has something to prove. Same for Jason Garrett. He needs to have a good coaching game. The Seahawks on the other side, Pete Carroll just got an extension. He's a great coach. Russell Wilson, great quarterback. I think they need to get a little more receivers. Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett, good receivers, but I think they need to get that it receiver. Defensively, I think the Cowboys have a top 3 defense in the league. I'm just gonna say it. Their defense is amazing. Vendor Esch, amazing. The Seahawks defense, They have Bobby Wagner in the middle, and they have a bunch of just young guys just playing their butt off for Pete Carroll, and it's great. I think it's great. Now for the stats for the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 3,885 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. That's pretty good. I really think that the touchdown should have been up more. But when you have Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield, you really don't have to do much. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott, 1,434 yards, leading rusher of the season. 6 touchdowns. For receiving for him, he had 567 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott is probably going to be the difference maker in this game. If he's having a huge game, I think the Cowboys can take it. I'm just going to say it. For receiving, Amari Cooper, 53 catches, 725 yards, 6 touchdowns. I think when Amari Cooper came over, it just boosted the Cowboys up. And, they're amazing. They started being amazing with Amari Cooper. I think if he didn't come, the Cowboys probably would not be in the playoffs right now. And leading defensive player, it's going to be Van Der Esch, 140 total tackles, 102 solo, and 2 interceptions. I think Van Der Esch probably just took Sean Lee's spot. you know, Van Der Esch has been playing amazing. He doesn't miss tackles. He doesn't miss a lot of things. He's a great tackler. I think he's one of the best tacklers in the league this year, and I think he's gonna be a great one. He's gonna need to get contracted too. A big contract needs to come after his is over this year. Now the Cowboys' at-home record is 7-1 at home. 7-1 at home. At home, the Cowboys are amazing. They're amazing at home. Amazing. I hate the Cowboys, but at home they're amazing. Away, they're not so good. But they're playing at home this week. So 7-1 at home is amazing. That just shows how good of a home team they are. Away games, the Seahawks are 4-4. The beginning of the season, a lot of people are like, all right, Seahawks. This is it. Seahawks are not making the playoffs. This and that. But towards the end, Russell Wilson became that big leader and has helped them boost up. Boost up. It's just crazy. Now for the Seahawks. Their stats. Russell Wilson passing, 3,448 yards, 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Great year by Russell Wilson. Great year. Rushing, Chris Carson, 1,151 yards and 9 touchdowns. And you have a backfield like they did. They had 2 or 3 guys that can do it. And Carson just stepped up and injuries helped him. And he's played his butt off. Receiving, Tyler Lockett, 57 catches, 965 yards, 10 touchdowns, most on the team. And Doug Baldwin, 50 catches, 618 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think if those two are having a great game, I think the Seahawks have a great chance of winning. With Carson, if the running game is on, I think they have a great chance of winning. And leading defensive player, Bobby Wagner, 138 total tackles, 84 solo, 1 interception, and 2 forced fumbles. Bobby Wagner is one of my favorite linebackers in the league, and I think if he's playing a great game, I think the Seahawks have a great chance. Now for my prediction, I know a lot of my viewers are going to be upset. I have the Seahawks winning a very close one, 24-21. I think Russell Wilson has a great game. Doug Baldwin has a great game. Chris Carson goes off. I think their defense stops Ezekiel Elliott from having a huge game. I think Dak Prescott just chokes. He's going to choke. Yeah, so I have the Seahawks beating the Cowboys 24-21. On to the next game. Probably my favorite game of the weekend. The LA Chargers versus the Baltimore Ravens. The LA Chargers, man. Amazing team. Defensively amazing. Quarterback amazing. Running back amazing. Receivers amazing. I just think that this team might be the only team in the playoffs that are just whole. You know what I mean? I think that this team is just crazy. On the other hand, the Ravens picked it up, man. Once Lamar Jackson came in, he made this team better. The true identity of the Ravens is running. And the true identity of Lamar Jackson is running. He just made it better, and the defense is playing out of their mind. Out of their mind. They're playing out of their mind. This is the best defense in the league. Maybe a little behind the Bears, but that's it. The best defense in the league. It's just crazy. Now the stats for the LA Chargers: Philip Rivers, 4,308 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Out of the interceptions, I don't think he's gonna throw that many this weekend. Um, Rushing, Melvin Gordon, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns. I think he probably might have hit 1,000 if he didn't get hurt. Receiving, Allen, 97 catches, 1,196 yards, 6 touchdowns. Mike Williams had 10 touchdowns. Leading defensive player, Derwin James, 105 total tackles, 75 solo, 3 interceptions. I think that's the rookie of the year. On the other hand, the Ravens stats: Lamar Jackson, 1,201 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 695 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns rushing. Gus Edwards, 718 yards, 5 touchdowns. Willie Snead, 62 catches, 651 yards, 1 touchdown. They're not a throwing team at all, and you already know that. They're not a throwing team. Defensively, Mosley, 105 total tackles, 70 solo, 1 interception. And this is why this is my favorite game of the week. The Chargers away record, 7-1. 7-1. They don't lose on the road. The one time they did lose was to the Rams. They should have won that game. 7-1. But on the Ravens side, they're 6-2 at home. 6-2 at home. 6-2 at home. 6-2 at home. That's crazy. Our prediction for the week for this game: the Chargers over the Ravens, 35-14. I think it's gonna be a blowout. The Chargers are gonna win. They're gonna stop Lamar Jackson. I think it's gonna be the Chargers. Philip Rivers gonna have a good game. Melvin Gordon gonna have a good. Mike Williams gonna have a good game. Chargers over them, 35-14. On to the last game: the Bears and Eagles. The Bears and Eagles. Nick Foles, Big Nick, St. Nicholas. And then you have the Bears, Mitch Trubisky. Nick Foles has been great for the Eagles. They won the last 2 games to get in the playoffs. Nick Foles had 25 in a row completions. 25 in a row completions. That's just beyond me. That's crazy. On the other hand, the Bears have a solid defense, probably the top defense in the league. They're probably the best defense in the league. Ravens behind them. I don't think this is. I mean, this can be one of the best games of the weekend, but it can't. It might not be, only because of the Bears' defense. The Bears, Mitch Trubisky, 3,223 yards, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. It's all going to be on him. If he's playing bad, I think the Bears lose. If he's playing good, I think the Bears win. Jordan Howard, 935 yards, 9 touchdowns. That's pretty decent. Saying that he split carries with Tyreek Cohen. The number 1 receiver on this team is Tyreek Cohen, a running back. 71 catches, 725 yards, 5 touchdowns. Tyreek Cohen is big. I mean, he's a small dude, but he's a big dude at the same time. He's not scared of no contact. Defensively, Roquan Smith, 121 total tackles, 89 solo, 5 sacks, 1 interception. And then we have, obviously, Mack, 12.5 sacks. The Bears' defense is solid. They're 7-1 at home. It doesn't get much better than that, man. They're 7-1 at home. And on the Eagles side, Nick Foles, 1,413 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Josh Adams, 511 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zach Ertz, a tight end, 116 catches, 1,163 yards, 8 touchdowns. And defensively, their defense is the defense is sketchy to me. 97 total tackles, 79 solo, 3 fumbles, and 1 interception. They're 4-4 on away games. I want to go with Nick Foles so bad. I want to say Nick Foles got this game so much, but then the defense for the Bears just is like, wow. My prediction for this game is the Eagles over the Bears, 24-21. Very close game. I think it's going to be by 3, decided by 3. I think Trubisky probably throws 3 interceptions. I think Nick Foles just goes off. That's what I think. Nick Foles is going to go off. That's what, you know what I mean? So for all that said, for the divisional round, I'm going to be making another video. And my predictions, it's going to be the Saints versus the Eagles, the Seahawks versus the Rams, Andrew Luck and the Colts versus the Patriots, and then Philip Rivers and the Chargers versus the Chiefs. I will be making another video. Thank y'all for watching. It's been a great one. Hopefully I didn't do too bad. I'm sorry for itching my nose and all that. Allergies are killing me. Thank you, Giblet family. Thank you, Giblet Army. Let's get it. This channel's dropping 2 to 3 videos a week. Come on now. We're in it. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's do it. You hear me? Remember, 2019 is a year of you. 2019 is a year of me. 2019 is a year of everybody. 2019 is a year of the Giblets, baby. Let's get it. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope y'all watch these games. Hope y'all comment down below y'all's predictions. Just remember, 10 likes. And I'm going to be doing the spicy wing challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings. 10 likes. And then at 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a pair of 1v2. You're liking whatever you like, your size. Let's get it, man. See y'all later. Drop a like, subscribe, share the videos. Give a got out.